Okay, hope everybody is having a good Sunday morning. I just wanted to share with everybody, especially my vinyl viewers, a record haul. I went to the local Goodwill bins, and there was a mountain of records being thrown around in one bin. I don't ever usually know which is a new bin and which is the old bin, but I guess it's one of the older bins, and I got there and nobody's really looking at the record, so I went and looked and found a couple interesting things. I said, wow, there's some interesting things. I better take another look. So then I went and took another look, and I went back and took yet another look. And I noticed somebody carrying a bunch of Disney albums, and he picked out all the Disney albums, which was kind of interesting. They're not really rare, and you usually see them, but I guess maybe he thought they were good condition. I have no idea. He did not find Song of the South. But anyway, so I'll show you what I picked up. And my whole trip was around $18. It was 17 something, so rounded up to $18. Most of those were records, so about 12 records and some other record-like objects, record-shaped objects, you want to call it. And we'll just get into it. I want to say that these are $1.29 a piece. They used to do it $1.29 per record. So but they didn't do that. They just charged me for each one. I just said I had 12 records. I said okay. But I got this National Geographic LazerDisc, the Himalayan River Run. It's not valuable or anything, but I did not have this on any format, and I figured I'd give it a shot. You know, for that price, I'm not going to really worry about condition. I can try to clean them later if I need to. Then we have the only Walt Disney one I grabbed here, and it's for a kid's record. It's in really good condition. I have to re-glue the top there because that's how they opened it. But this is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Prices are all over, so the more mint the copy, the more valuable it is. The less mint, nobody wants it. So it's one of those that has to be really amazing condition for people to want this. So it's somewhere in the middle there. You know, some light scratching there, that could be cleaned a little bit. The next one I grabbed, I didn't realize there was writing on it, so whoever Hannigan owned it. You Are Special, you'll probably see my camera right here. Mr. Rogers knows that you are special. Just picked it up for nostalgic purposes. People on eBay seem to want $20 for this, but when you look at the completed listings, one sold for a whopping 99 cents plus $3.50 for shipping. So that'll just tell you the actual value. So you don't really want to pay more than what I paid, $1.29 for something like that. This is probably one of the home runs. This is from 2010, or was it 2013? 2010. I was absolutely shocked. When I saw this cover, I just had an inkling that it was a reissue or something like that. And I got this Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, with Julian Cannibal Adderley, Paul Chambers, James Cobb, John Coltrane, Bill Evans, and Wynton Kelly. I needed to have some more. This might be the only Miles Davis I had. There was a Miles Davis Spanish, or Images of Spain, or I can't remember the title. Miles Davis Collectors, Steve Carlson will know that, but I left that because I was not thinking. I don't remember, but it was somebody's really nice record collection. You will see in a moment here. So this is Legacy Recordings from 2010, so that's really cool. It's a little dusty, and unfortunately, it got all banged up and dinged and creased in these corners because now I saw people literally practically throwing them across the room practically and getting them out of the way, chucking them, and dumping the records out of the sleeves. It was just sacrilegious. Back to the Future, Robert Zemeckis. I had to save it because we never know. Nobody knows where these things end up, if they go in the trash or they get hauled away. And this is a LazerDisc again, but I have a LazerDisc player. There was Back to the Future Part 3, I believe, and I just left it because, again, I'm not smart. This had a lot of fingerprints on it, but I think it'll play. And it looked like there's some water damage. But LazerDiscs for less than $2, that's a pretty good price. This one was a steal, and this one's a 2-record set from what I can tell. If I had the blue disc variation, it would be a $300 set. But it's not. But amazingly, this was also one of those records that was being dinged and thrown around. And I've got the deluxe vinyl edition from the music Baz Luhrmann's The Great Gatsby. I don't know what the black vinyl edition, I didn't get a chance to look this on Discogs yet. But, you know, people want these newer records in a little better condition, a little scratched and dinged. And some of that was already there, I'm sure. But, and I looked and the records are kind of dusty. There is the gatefold, or whatever you call it. Dr. J. Eckelberg. Oculus and Queens. That's really cool. Cool picture there. So I don't need to show you the vinyl there. It's black vinyl. If it was blue, I'd have a hot one right there. This one I could not find anything about anywhere, and I probably looked in the wrong places, but I found Music to Sell Bacon by Swift's Premium, the ballad, the Brothers Four, if I could say that properly. Not really the hottest band on planet Earth, but Swift's Premium Bacon sold that, and there's the back of the record. Play it at 33 1/3, so that's cool. Couldn't find anything about it. I just slipped it in one of the record covers and I forgot about it. But whoever had this, you know, really had some interesting stuff. Well, of course, a lot of common stuff too, but it's just a shame that records less than $1.50 a piece are just going to the waste. This one here is Blues and Hollers, Snakers here, Dave Ray, and the really cool about thing is Elektra, but the neat thing is it's a review copy. I just thought that was really amazing, and I just said, oh my gosh, I've got to have that. Got to have it. And this is from, I think, 1965 or something like that. Very, very cool. The record is in actually really excellent condition. We'll get that dust off of there and we'll have a winner. That's amazing. I just had to grab that. The cover has got a little bit of ring wear on the top of it, but these things were just, as I said, I saved what I could. Spider Blues. This is an upgrade. My Spider Blues is pretty trashed. But you know the cool thing about this one also being on Elektra, it's another review copy. Who donates these really awesome records and then they just go and be thrown around like garbage? What a waste. So I'm glad I was able to save these. John Corner and all that good stuff here. So accompanying himself on the 7-string guitar, kazoo, and mouth harp. Neat stuff there. Then the next one we have here is a Warner Brothers stereo LazerDisc. And this is the Goonies. And again, these 80 things, sometimes they're worth a lot of money and sometimes they're not. But I just grabbed it for nostalgic purposes because it's LazerDisc, and it's because it's Goonies, and it's because it's one of the best movies that probably was ever made. So that's really nice. I do not care about the condition when you're paying $1.29. There's a good old chunk with the banana. Neat. Got a couple more here. No particular order. Oh, I did get another Disney record. I forgot. Then I got the Letterbox LazerDiscs. Feels like 2 discs here. And this is Robin Williams and Good Morning Vietnam. Somebody put it in a plastic sleeve. I really feel bad for whoever donated this. If they found out that their records were being treated like trash, I just, you know, that's the one thing I hate about the Goodwill outlet is that, you know, individually things are really awesome. There's some push-button phones from the 80s and all kinds of really neat stuff. But you don't know what you're going to pay until you get to the register. And see, Goodwill one, it's $7 for that. That's probably what it sells for online plus shipping. It's not rare or particularly valuable, but finding it out in the wild is really ridiculously hard to do. So Good Morning Vietnam, already have it on DVD. Then this is for nostalgic purposes. I got the title song from Follow Me Boys and other songs for the campfire. There's good old Fred McMurray right there. Disneyland High Fidelity. I looked at the condition and it's got fingerprints and a few scratches, but you know what? Somebody didn't play it very much at all. So there's that one, and the corners are not ruined. And there's a crease there from Goodwill. Thanks. Thank you for devaluing my records, but thank you for selling them for next to nothing. So it's a, and the last one here is probably the most worthless one out of the whole group here. It's actually a BMG. So it's one of those ones that you got for probably 20 records for like a cent or something deal. And this is David Lee Roth, A Little Ain't Enough. It really needs to be cleaned. The cover is pretty gross. I just grabbed it because I just did. So that is the last one I have there. I just thought it was an amazing record haul. Just let me know how I did. And hope everybody enjoyed that. And it shows that you can still find records for next to nothing if you know exactly where to look.